Shalom, shalom, hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. It's your brother Qadar Shahan here, coming at you with a real quick lesson. First things first, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, or Hakwadash, which in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue is the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'd like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth. I want to send sincere salutations to the brothers pushing this truth out across the four winds in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. And shalom to the Akim and Akwaf who's listening, learning, and studying to show they self-approved. Shalom. Today I got a real quick lesson centered around this text message that I got from a former member of my camp here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm gonna just jump straight into it and read what this guy had texted me. And his name is Gashan72, and he had texted me trying to sow discord amongst brethren, not knowing the inner workings of our camp down here. Let's read the text message. It says, "I ain't tripping, but just curious." For a backstory, this brother was kicked out of the camp about a year and some change, almost 2 years maybe. And once he got kicked out of the camp, you know me, I kept his page so I can, see if he still continue to do the work. Because usually if a brother get kicked out of the camp and he's real sincere, he's going to continue to push the Lord. He's going to continue to do the work, continue to go on the highways and hedges. And then a lot of the times the Spirit of the Lord allow that brother to get back into the camp. I done seen that happen in GMS and different other camps also. But what happened with him when he got kicked out of the camp, he stopped teaching. He stopped going out on the highways and hedges for a while, and he's just now starting to pop back up and do little shorts and things like that. But the scriptures tell you what happens if you drop the plow. You're not fit for the kingdom, as it says. But it lets me know that he's still hurt from getting kicked out, instead of pushing saying, okay, all right, that's cool, I'm gonna just do my own thing and continue to push the word. He's over here sowing discord amongst brethren. He made lessons about our camp and different brothers in our camp, and then took the lesson down. Just doing wicked, underhanded things, man. But this says, "I'm not tripping, but just curious. If you can find out who was in Tay's ear," talking about the brother in my camp, Tay Yasharala, "who was in Tay's ear calling me a heathen." But he was doing heathenistic things and other things. He would say he was on drugs. He was still on drugs while he was trying to be in the camp, and just other things he was doing. And it was a camp decision to kick him out. It wasn't just the brother Tay Yasharala. But he think that the brother Tay Yasharala just had it out for him because he's the head of the camp. He thought he was the head of the camp, and everything goes through Tay. So he's trying to sow discord between me and him, so I can, tear up the camp that I helped build, but not knowing the inner workings of it. But reading on, it says, "Who was in Tay's ear calling me a heathen, because the Spirit had me thinking it was Yahweh the Maccabees dude, and some reason was thinking Gabar Adama," which the brother Tay, he didn't have no affiliations with that brother, that dude, Gabar Adama. He had a little affiliations with Yahweh the Maccabees, but once he found out how Maccabees was and how he, started going off, he cut all ties with that dude, man. But this guy's trying to lump the brother Tay Asherala in with these people that's known fell out, and trying to just cause chaos, and trying to let's read on, trying to cause chaos. And it says, trippy bro, on the low though, be a Yaiquab Jake smiley face if you want, bro. So he's pretty much trying to tell Yaiquab is the Paleo-Hebrew name for Jacob, which means supplanter. So he want me to supplant and cross and do underhanded things to the brother in my camp, Tay Asherala, because he think he's the head of the camp, but not knowing the inner workings of the camp. Me and this brother Tay Asherala came into the truth around the same time. I started going out on the highways and hedges, and the brother Tay Asherala joined me, and then the brother Bayan joined, and so forth and so on. The Lord allowed us to gain fruit and out there on the highways and hedges. But he think that I don't really know what he think, but he's trying to since Tay is out there in the front, he does a lot of the speaking on the highways and hedges, not knowing that we had a conversation like he's a better speaker than me. You got to know your strength in this truth. He's better at articulating himself. He's a better speaker than I am. So we came up with like, you should lead the highways and byways, because you got that good gift of gab, man. But him not knowing that, thinking like, hey, I'm gonna sow discord between y'all and try to get something going between y'all and break up the camp, and you should come over here with me and things like that. It's wickedness, man. But reading on, it says on the low though, be a yiquab, Jake, if you want, bro. Like I said, I got fam, but they ain't up to par in the spirit. Still have love for them though, but that's weak nature. Everybody's a enemy at the start, but the spirit lets us know if they ain't right. Which I don't really get what he's saying at that last part, but I know he's trying to sow discord between me and the brother Tay Asherala, and he's still upset about him getting kicked out of the camp because because the brother Tay Asherala was the one who vocalized the tune, but it was actually the camp vote. It was a camp decision to let him, kick him out of the camp because of his hedonistic ways plus the things he was doing. And then he admitted that he was still using drugs while he was, coming to camp and stuff like that. And that was the reason why he got kicked out. And now he's still hurt and trying to sow discord amongst brethren, man. And hey, the Lord is finding people out, just like the Lord found out the brother Gabar, that dude Gabar Adama was grifting and trying to scam the brothers in the camp, especially these affiliate brothers, which he tried to do the same thing with the brother Bayan Yasharala here in my camp when he was buying garments from him. Came up with sob stories and saying that his heater went out or something, and can you send the money? And it got found out. Now this guy is over here trying to sow discord, telling me to go against the brother Tay Asherala, not knowing that like we built this thing together, and like he didn't know that. He's trying to get us to bang at it, but it's not gonna work. See, if I was if the spirit wasn't on me, and I was weaker in this truth, maybe that could have happened. But since the Lord has the spirit on me to see, and I'm studying, continue to study and pray and build up in this truth, and I can see what's going on, the Lord ain't allowed that to affect our camp, And it reminded me of Matthew 7:24. Because if we would have, if I had, if I was egotistical or had a big ego complex, I'm like, oh yeah, the brother Tay is getting all the shine because he speak, even though I was, I'm the head of the camp, or we should be the head, then it could have caused chaos, and that's exactly what that Gashan 72 was trying to do. It was trying to, cause riffraff in the camp, and it wasn't working. And it ain't working. It was because the Lord allowed us to build this on Him. We're not building this to be the best Hebrew Israelite camp or to get fame, or we doing this to save ourselves and those that hear us. To wake up the elect so we can get out of here. If we was doing this for contention and strife, then the Lord would tear this down, tear our camp down. But He's allowing us to gain fruit in this thing. He's doing the opposite. He's not tearing us down. He's building us up, man. And that reminded me of Matthew 7:24. which I'm going to get. This is Matthew 7:24. And it reads, "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him unto a wise man who built his house upon a rock." See, we built this camp not for fame, not for to be popular, not to cut, but to gather the lost sheep of the nation of Israel. To through Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, man, so we can get up out of here, so we can make it to the kingdom, man. We doing this thing to save ourselves, save our soul, to get that salvation, to make it on that chariot. We're not doing this for popularity or for money or for any of that. Because if we was to do that, the Lord would have destroyed it. He would have probably let that dude, he pretty much do some devil shit, man. Some devilish shit, man. That was some wicked Edomite shit to try to sow discord, come at you. Hey, yo, man, what's going on with him? Why he do that? And you shouldn't be a Yaiquab, Jake. That's some heathenistic shit. That's some serpent in the garden shit, man. That's some devil shit, man. But reading on, and it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And see, we built this thing on Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, man, on the truth and nothing but it. So the Lord is allowing us to flourish and continue, and that ain't gonna break us up. Verse 26, it says, and everyone, finishing verse 25, and it says, and fell not, and for it was founded upon a rock, and everyone that heareth this saying of mine and doeth them not shall be like unto a foolish man who built his house upon sand. So if we would have built it on, contention and strife and trying to be popular or something, then the Lord probably would have let one of these devils come into our ear and break up the camp or something like that. But the fact is, we really doing this thing, man, for a labor of love, man, for the Lord, man. We really over here we really doing this thing through the Spirit. The Lord ain't gonna allow somebody to try to, a heathen or a devil to come over here to try to break it up, man. Which reminds me, man, that was actually like a female thing. Like I helped build this camp up through the Spirit and power of the Lord, and I'm not gonna tear the house that the Lord helped me build down, man. That's something that a female would do, or someone that's a feminine, a weaker minded person, man. And it says that here in Proverbs. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get Proverbs 14:1. And it reads, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. See, I'm not a woman, man. And I'm not foolish. I'm not going to destroy something that I helped build through the Spirit and power of the Lord, man. See, he didn't know that. He's thinking Tay Yasharala is the leader and the leader of the camp, and he runs everything, and I should destroy his camp. But not knowing the inner workings of the camp. Let's jump down to 11. And it says, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown. If this house was built on wickedness, if our camp was built on wickedness, the Lord would have overthrown it. He would have allowed him to, sow discord and, dismantle our group, our camp. But he didn't. All he's doing is making our camp stronger. Reading on, it says, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacles of the upright shall flourish. And that's exactly what our camp is doing, is flourishing. We got more and more fruit coming. Like, we're getting noticed a little bit more. The Lord is allowing brothers to come in through our channels, man. And that's beautiful, man. Because it lets us know that the Lord is really working with us, man. And he's not forsaking us. But that dude, Gashan 72, he's trying to, that's some Esau shit to try to sow discord and be in somebody's ear. That's some serpent in the garden shit, man. And it's crazy, man. What he's doing is, it reminds me of, it reminds me of that precept in Habakkuk. Let's get Habakkuk 2 and 15, I believe, somewhere around there. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. It says, "Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drink also." So he was over there like he's disgruntled about how he got kicked out, and he's trying to make me go against the brother Tate, thinking that it's his, he's the leader and he's the camp. Like you should be the head and this, not knowing how things go around here. So he's over here, putting that bottle to my lip, putting that philosophy, just like how the serpent did Eve in the garden, man. He was in their ear. Yeah, you should eat that fruit. You shouldn't surely die. That's pretty much, go ahead, go against him, man. Be a Yaquab, Jake. You should be the head. Come over here with me. I got some brothers that's not built up yet and something. We can run the thing. Nah, there was some devilish, slimy, slicky, snake shit that he's doing, man, and it's crazy that he would even think that I would even fall for anything like that. But reading on, it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that put the bottle to him, and maketh him drink also, that they may as look upon their nakedness," man. So, man, they say a woe to him that does things like that. So, man, if you're sowing discord and you over here, trying to put a philosophy in somebody's ear to, break something up, hey, the Lord said, woe to you to that, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard times, man. Bad, ill things is gonna happen to individuals who do things like that. Let's get Luke 2. Let's get Luke 22 and 31, because this precept came to mind also whenever I was reading that. Because that wasn't even the rest of the text message. Because then, let's get a little. He put time for war mindset, trying to tell me to break up the camp and we need to war against them and put a strong arm emoji, man. Like when I first read that, I had to read it a double take, and I was laughed a little bit, like, man, come on now. Come on now. That's like, wow. I can't believe he even tried me to come at me like that. I guess he thought I was low hanging fruit that he could, pick off or something. But and I'm built up through the spirit. The water, how about Shimmy shot for that? Let's get Luke 22 and 31 came to mind also. And it reads, "And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith faileth not." And my faith faileth not, man. See, we want to be like that, man. We want to have our faith faileth not. The Lord is praying for us, man. But Satan is trying to come in and creep in unawares to try to pick off anybody he can. And if you let him, through the spirit, man, hey, that means you weren't never a part of this thing, man. So you got to stay prayed up and built up in the spirit, so Satan can't come and sift you out of this thing. Because there's a lot of brothers that's getting found out right now, and who's falling out of this truth, and who's getting plucked out of this truth. And you don't want to be a part of that. Because if you had the truth if you know the truth at one point in time, and then you go back into the world, hey, it's gonna be bad for you, man. When the Lord brings that judgment, man, you're gonna get beat with many stripes because you knew. But it says, reading on, it says, "But I have prayed for thee that thy faith faileth not, and when thou art convinced, thou strengthen thy brethren." And that's exactly what we're doing by him trying to come at us, on the devilish serpent ways. All it's doing is allowing me to strengthen my brothers, letting them know, like, hey, man, this dude is trying to get us to break up try to tear our camp down, man. We need to tighten up, strengthen up some more, cause hey, we need to scrutinize any new members who come up into this thing, cause hey, man, the Lord is trying to sneak people in unawares to break us up, man. So, hey. And this precept also reminded me of 1 Peter 5 and 8, and I'm going to grab that. If, let's get 1 Peter 5 and 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. And if I was of a weaker nature, man, I would have let him get in my ear, man, and start having resentment for my brother, Tayyah Sharala, and try to tear up the camp that the Lord, through the spirit and power of the Lord, helped me build. Which would have been wicked, which would have been crazy, man. Let's get Proverb 19, no, 6 and 19, and I'm gonna end it there. This wasn't meant to be a long lesson. It was just a few precepts that popped into my head once this message came. Once he sent me that message, man, it was like, damn, do he really think I'm a tear up the camp and snake my brother just cause you hurt? Come on now. All you had to do is continue to do the work. Continue to do the work, and maybe the Lord would have, if you was of the elect, the Lord would have brought you back into the fold. But doing things like this lets you know even more that you was another Lord, man. You ain't none of His. This is Proverbs 6. Let's get Proverbs 6 and 19. And it reads, well, actually, let's start up. Let's start at 16. No. Yeah, let's start at 16. And it reads, 6 things does the Lord hate, and yea, 7 are abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue. He was trying to lump the brother Tayyah Sharala in with Yahweh the Maccabees and Gabar Adama, man. There was straight lies right there. That brother Tay ain't even had no dealings with that dude. It says hands that is swift. It says hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deceiveth wickedness, imaginations, devises wicked imaginations, Salakia. It says feet to be swift to run to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies. That's exactly what he was doing, speaking lies and being false witnesses. And he that soweth discord amongst brethren. And that's exactly what he was doing, trying to sow discord amongst me and the brother Tayyah Sharala, so I can tear up the camp that the Lord used me to help build, man. You got to watch out for people like that, man. And you got to vet people in your camps, man. Because, hey, there are people who don't belong, man. And the Lord is going to find them out and kick them out sooner or later, man. It's just going to happen. Because if this camp wasn't of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, the Lord would have allowed this devil to tear it up. But he didn't. He only strengthened it and made us flourish more, man. So with that, I'm going to end it there. Well, one is edifying, Lord, and straight to the point. Lord, well, it made sense. And I would like to say, Kah Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Shalom.